Morning. Don't know where you are, but where I am, it's early. The world's still stretching. The coffee's hot, and the signals are already coming in. Let's take a look before the day starts making demands. This is Signal Check with Adrian North. It's Monday, the 10th of August, and while most of the world's still getting oriented, the network's already been busy overnight. Whatever you've got in your hand right now, coffee, tea, maybe just determination, keep it close. We're checking signals before the noise starts. Enable dropped another round of hot fixes over the weekend. Their N-Central RMMM platform, the software managed service providers use to remotely monitor and control thousands of client systems, has been under active attack. And here's the thing, attackers aren't just probing the vulnerability anymore. They're in. They've reached managed customer systems, and they're persisting. The company released Hotfix 2 as part of an ongoing investigation into exploitation of a recently disclosed security flaw. If you're running N-Central, this isn't one to bookmark for later. Threat actors are moving fast, and the remediation window is shrinking by the hour. What's particularly concerning here is the downstream risk. When an RMM platform is compromised, you're not just dealing with one breach, you're dealing with a potential supply chain event that touches every managed endpoint. A use-after-free bug has been sitting in the Linux kernel's SCTP networking code for 18 years. 18. And now researchers at Tencent have shown it can be weaponized to get full root access on a host and escape containers to reach the underlying machine. The flaw lives deep in the stream control transmission protocol stack. SCTP isn't as common as TCP or UDP, but it's there, running quietly in telecoms, real-time apps, and certain server configurations. And because it's been there since 2008, the exposure is widespread. Tencent's proof of concept shows a local user escalating to root and punching through container isolation. That's the nightmare scenario for cloud environments. You think your workloads are sandboxed, and then someone walks right out of the container into the hypervisor layer. Patches are available, but given the age of this bug, the real question is, how many systems are still running unpatched kernels because nobody thought to check SCTP? Metabase, the open source analytics platform, just had a bad weekend. A critical SQL injection vulnerability was exploited as a zero-day, and attackers used it to breach customer instances and steal data. Framework and Tally have both confirmed they were hit. This wasn't a theoretical risk. Attackers were in production environments, exfiltrating customer data before a patch even existed. Metabase is popular because it's flexible and easy to deploy, but that also means it's everywhere. Startups, mid-sized companies, teams that spun up an instance and maybe didn't lock it down as hard as they should have. The vulnerability allowed unauthenticated SQL injection, which is about as bad as it gets. No credentials needed, just craft the right request, and you're querying the database directly. If you're running Metabase, check your logs. And if you haven't updated in the last 72 hours, do that now, because whoever found this first, they weren't waiting around. Switching gears, if you've got a marathon coming up and you're wondering whether your training is actually on track, there's a workout that'll tell you. Runner's World just broke down a protocol that predicts your marathon finish time based on a specific tempo effort. It's not magic, it's math. You run a controlled threshold pace for a set distance, measure your heart rate and perceived effort, and the numbers give you a pretty accurate forecast of what you can hold for 26.2 miles. The key is when you do it too early and your fitness isn't peaked, too late and you don't have time to adjust your race plan. The sweet spot is about 3 to 4 weeks out. It's one of those rare training tools that's both simple and genuinely useful. You get real feedback, and you get it in time to do something about it. Compression boots. Therabody, Hyperice, and a couple others just got reviewed by Wired, and if you've been curious whether they actually work, the short answer is yes. With conditions, they're designed to improve circulation and speed muscle recovery by cycling pneumatic pressure through your legs. You sit there, zip them on, and let the machine do the squeezing. It feels somewhere between a massage and a blood pressure cuff that won't quit. Wired tested 4 models in 2026 and found they're legitimately helpful if you're training hard, traveling often, or dealing with poor circulation. The catch? They're expensive, and they're bulky. So unless you've got the space and the budget, a foam roller and some intentional recovery might get you most of the way there. But if you've been eyeing a pair and wondering if it's worth it, apparently it is. Just don't expect miracles. Expect incremental gains, which honestly is what real recovery looks like anyway. Ryan Sullivan just won the High Lonesome 100-miler in Colorado, one of the toughest mountain ultras in the country. And unless you follow the sport closely, you've probably never heard of him. That's intentional. Sullivan's a physician. He trains when he can, races selectively, and keeps a deliberately low profile. No sponsorships, no social media presence, just running. He showed up, put in a dominant performance at altitude over brutal terrain, and then went back to his regular life. Trail Runner profiled him, and what stands out is how different his approach is from the influencer athlete model that dominates endurance sports now. He's not building a brand. He's not monetizing the mileage. He's just someone who loves running hard in the mountains and happens to be really, really good at it. In a world where every race finish comes with a content plan, there's something quietly radical about that. That's Signal Check for today. Close the tabs, step outside, the day's waiting. We'll talk again next time.